Happy Thursday, Facebook friends. Welcome back to Facebook. I'm Angie Garza, Director of Professional Learning and Educational Services at ROE 47, serving Lee, Ogle, and Whiteside counties. And if you're joining us back here this fine, chilly Thursday in the month of January, you'll know that it's time for another edition of Teacher Talk. And this morning, we are being reflective, we are being celebratory, and we are above all being thankful. As we take a moment to pause and reflect on the holiday season and some of our community partnerships that have made a difference in the lives of our families and our children here in Lee, Ogle, and Whiteside counties. So that is a little sneak preview of our conversation here this morning. To give you a further sneak peek here, we're going to be talking with Devon Nicklaus from Nicklaus Construction, but we will get to that in just a moment because I need to say good morning to my friend, colleague, and co-host, Ms. Stacy Dingus. Stacy, good morning. We're taking a moment to take a big, deep breath. We've rang in the new year, and we want to say thank you to a very special partner that we have at our office who's made a significant difference over the last couple of years in the lives of our families.
January is definitely a month of reflection, and we have definitely had the opportunity to reflect on the difference that the programming at ROE 47 has made and extending that to our community supports. Excited to have this teacher talk today to kind of say thank you and then also show when you step up and volunteer what a difference that can make. So excited to have this conversation this morning.
In education, it is not just the educators in the four walls of their classrooms or even in their school building. It really does take a village. It takes a community to help build successful children and families. And so in that spirit, we would like to welcome to Teacher Talk this morning, Mr. Devon Nicklaus from Nicklaus Construction. And as Stacy mentioned, our conversation this morning is not only that of gratitude, but we're really looking to you, Devon, to give some inspiration to some of our other area businesses as far as how they can contribute to their community. So good morning. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all that you've done and continue to do. And as we kick off our teacher talk this morning, if you wouldn't mind just taking a moment to introduce yourselves to our Facebook community, as well as a little bit about your business.
Good morning. Name's Devon Nicklaus with Nicklaus Construction. I started my business about 4 years ago. I started on my own. Been in and out of construction all my life, but been doing construction. So I do mainly just home remodels, bathroom, kitchen remodeling, air duct cleaning, and pretty much anything inside that needs to be remodeled, I can take care of. Building decks and siding outside. I guess a general contractor, if you will. So yeah, pretty much everything.
Evan, you might be the first on a teacher talk that we have a construction guy on. So let's kind of connect the dots here. So and we'll get into it a little bit more, but you stepped up offering some community support that we really haven't seen before in regards to an unrelated education business saying, I want to help and support our families and our community. Can you talk a little bit more about why you think that community involvement and support is important, especially when you're a business owner in your own community?
I've always kind of had the idea that it would be cool to cook a meal for a family, deliver it to them on Thanksgiving. That's always been something in the back of my head. But, because I've been in tough spots. I know how stressful holidays can get too. So a little understanding with all that. But so 2 years ago, just started calling around at different organizations trying to see who does something like this, if I could help volunteer with that. And I wasn't getting anywhere. Everyone, Harvest Time Bible Church, I know they do like a big dinner thing here in Rock Falls, and there's a few other places that do Thanksgiving dinner meals, but nobody was doing what I wanted to do. So I just decided to start doing it myself and made a few more phone calls and tried to get connections. And then I came in contact with Michelle, and the ball just kind of started rolling from there. So
it's interesting to hear that story and that background. I got to see all of and hear about all of the families that were impacted with your outreach efforts, but I never knew how you kind of developed that partnership with our ROE 47 Nexus program. And just as a TV timeout for our viewers, a reminder that our ROE 47 Nexus program is a program designed to benefit the family. We oftentimes in education have direct contact and influence with students in our classrooms, but so often there are family needs that make student attendance, engagement, success difficult. And so our family caseworkers work side by side with families to decrease barriers and work on individualized goals that those families have. And as Devon, as you mentioned, oftentimes the holidays present unique and stressful challenges for families. So it was a certain grace and good fortune and great partnership that brought you and Michelle together to connect with our families. So also for our viewers, you were able to not only supply and support our families around Thanksgiving time, but also at Christmas. So can you talk to us a little bit more about what that looked like? You have you had a lot invested in this from preparation to distribution. Tell us more about how all that worked and what that looked like. It was a significant undertaking.
So I can't remember what my goal number was for Thanksgiving the first year we did it, but I know it was more than what we did, and everyone was telling me I was crazy because I had no idea what I was doing. But we ended up helping out 15 families for our first Thanksgiving, which was great. And after hearing how much of an impact that had on everyone, I just knew, okay, we got to do more. So right around, Christmas is right around the corner, and I told Michelle, okay, we got to double that. So, and that's what we did. 32 families for the first Christmas, and yeah, so that, and again, just hearing how much of an impact that had on everyone, I knew that I was doing something right. I knew that we were doing something good. So we just knew that we had to keep it going. So now this year we did even more. Well, I said I wanted to do more. I think we did helped out 40 families on Thanksgiving and right around 40 again on Christmas too. So it's becoming quite the thing. It's growing, which is good. And so now we're looking at how we can grow ourselves. So we plan on doing something for Easter this year as well, which I don't think I've told Michelle yet. But and so we're working on setting up our own nonprofit right now, and it's going to be called Path to the Future. So we want to make this a bigger thing and, still continue doing the meals on the holidays, but we want to branch out. My girlfriend and I, we want to branch out and do more for kids throughout the year. We don't want it to just be a holiday thing now. So we want it, down the line. I mean, you can just go wherever you want to go with this, education wise down the line, just any type of community involvement to help kids be successful in the future. So that's kind of the main goal with that. But yeah, so this is turning out to be a pretty cool thing, I think, and I'm glad we started it, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this leads us. So
if I remember correctly, when I was first introduced to or heard about this and heard about this Devon Nicklaus with Nicklaus Construction is going to help our families. I think that you were being a little humble. Like, I don't want a lot of credit for this. I just want to do it. And so I have to kind of say to you, let's talk a little bit more about that giving spirit and your generosity, because what you did really was appreciated not only by our staff at ROE 47, but you made such a difference for these families. So tell us a little bit more about the details. What actually did you do? I know we talked about Thanksgiving and Christmas, but what were the families receiving from your generosity?
Again, this is just something I wanted to do. So yeah, I don't like the whole recognition thing too much. I just want to help out where I can. But so again, it started with phone calls. I think the United Way was one of the first phone calls I made, and I can't remember the lady's name that I spoke to, but she gave me a few other people to contact. And then I can't remember specifically who put me in touch with ROE 47 and talking to Michelle and stuff, but that's really where the ball started rolling. And I got in contact with Krista with the kitchen incubator in Sterling. That's where we do all of our cooking and everything there, which is fantastic because you cannot do this in just a regular home kitchen. But so yeah, what we do is we get all the meals together. Thanksgiving, we do the full turkey, stuffing. We do mashed potatoes, green beans, and like a corn. So we do all the sides. You get a full Thanksgiving meal. And Michelle helps us out, lets us know how many families are in or members are in each family, so we can make sure we provide enough with everyone. Pam at the Sauk Valley Food Bank, she helps us out a lot. Has donated a lot of the meat and a lot of the sides and everything. If not, has sold it to us at a very discounted price, which is much appreciated there. And then for Christmas, what we do is just a lasagna with a loaf of bread. And then, but we like to throw something in there extra for the kids. So we did like a hot cocoa mix kit. So you just get a little bag of hot cocoa, some marshmallows and peppermints and stuff, just something for fun for the kids to do. And then we did a little Grinch popcorn. So a little something special for them. And that's kind of what we want to do for Easter as well. Is I haven't quite decided on the meal, probably a ham and some sides and stuff with the meal, but then we would like to provide Easter egg kind of kit, so you can at least do a little Easter egg hunt around the house for the kids or something. I mean, that's the main purpose and goal behind all this, is make sure that kids are enjoying the holidays and they're getting what they need and stuff. So,
just listening to you speak, it brings us together as a community in more than just sitting around the table and consuming just really delicious food on a special occasion. In listening to the story that you've shared on the partnerships and how all of this came to be is a true indication that this is a genuine community lift. And so again, thank you so much for, there's a significant investment of time that goes into that and establishing those additional partnerships and doing all of the cooking. So that's incredible. And your thoughtful consideration to include the children, that's something special. So if I'm, this is an inspirational story right here. And the fact that also that you are kind of talking about establishing a nonprofit and doing work to help children find their path to their future. If I'm a business and I'm here in our Sterling, Rockfall, Sauk Valley, Lee, Ogle, Whiteside area, and I'm thinking, how this is inspirational to me. How can I become more involved? What would you tell them? What advice would you give them? What recommendations or thoughts, other inspirational moments would you share with them to really encourage them to share in this table that we've set for our community and our families?
Everyone knows that there's Rock Falls Chamber, there's a Sauk Valley Chamber, everything like that. If you are a business owner, you can become a part of any chamber that you want for a pretty small nominal fee. And that right there opens up the doors to a lot of community involvement. So if you're looking to help out the community in any way and you don't know where, I'd say that'd be a good place to start. But really, it's, again, with me, like I said, I thought about doing this for years and I just never did anything. I never knew. And my girlfriend kind of gave me a little bit of push, like, okay, this is the year to do it. So, and I just took it and ran with it. So if you know you want to help out and you have an idea, just start making phone calls. That is the thing that has surprised me the most, is how much everyone, I mean, I explain to them what I want to do and they're just jumping on the opportunity to help out. And they have no idea who I am. People are just helping out, and it's great. The community really does come together to help everyone out and all you got to do is get that first step out there. Just so if you got something you want to do, start asking questions, start making phone calls. Somebody will help you, and you will be able to help out. So.
thank you for all that you have done and continue to do. And thanks for that sneak peek. I'm sure Michelle will watch this teacher talk and say, we need to connect again to celebrate the impending Easter holiday. So again, thank you so much. I did a quick tally over the 2 years that you've partnered with us on this outreach work, 127 families, if that sounds right. What a difference that makes for our children and for our communities. Every little bit helps. So thank you so much for your generosity and thank you to your family, because I understand that this is a family endeavor. So thank you to you. Thank you to Nicklaus Construction. Thank you to your family. And thanks for spending the time with us here on Teacher Talk. I feel like that message to our viewers, our businesses, our community members really is inspiring, and great recommendations for first steps to making our community a better place. So appreciate you so much. I would also be remiss if I didn't say thank you this morning to my friend, colleague, and co-host, Ms. Stacey Dingus. So as we wrap up our teacher talk here this morning, this fine Thursday in January, want to remind everyone that setting the table in our communities is an important endeavor. It is meaningful, it is inspirational, and it is greatly needed and appreciated. So on behalf of ROE 47, we'd like to say thank you to Devon Nicklaus and Nicklaus Construction for all of their efforts in helping us to support our Lee Ogle Whiteside families during the holiday season. And we would also like to thank you, our viewers, for tuning in this morning. As we close out, we would like to wish you a beautiful rest of your Thursday and even better Friday, a wonderful, relaxing weekend, and we will see you right back here next Thursday for another edition of Teacher Talk.